The Monkey is a short story from maestro Stephen King, published in Gallery magazine in 1980. Like The Fly from George Legoland was published in an adult magazine, Gallery was an alt for more well-known contemporary like Playboy or Penthouse, not that I know of. Anyway, the story would be compiled in the short story collection Skeleton Crew in 1985 with another memorable short story from King called The Mist. Fresh from the financial and critical success of Longlegs, director Osgood Perkins was already in production of the adaptation of The Monkey and released within less than a year of his previous feature film. For starters, the image that was strategically emblazoned on the poster and front and center in the various trailers was the titular monkey, which was a classic cymbal-banging monkey toy which itself is a fuel for nightmare and was a memorable part of Pixar's Toy Story 3. It was also natural for readers to link the monkey to W. Jacobs' 1902 short story, The Monkey Paw, which was a sort of cautionary tale to warn readers to be careful of what you wished for. While Stephen King famously was influenced by The Monkey Paw for his iconic novel Pet Sematary, scholars felt that the monkey was more akin to Edgar Allan Poe's The Murders in Rue Morgue. We start the story with a prologue of a man in pilot costume, desperately trying to pawn this sus monkey toy, as we were given the first criterion of when shit was bound to happen when the drumstick-yielding arm hit the drum. We received the first gruesome kill of this movie, which was exhilarating for horror fans, who were in anticipation for such viscera even though we did not know the real stake and how things would spiral out of control. And when I realized it was Adam Scott wielding a flamethrower when he ran out of hope, I think I'm ready for the ride that Perkins was about to take me on. Adam Scott's character likely had ran away or eviscerated by the monkey from the face of the earth, leaving behind a widow and a pair of twins, Hal and Bill. The monkey resurfaced as part of the inheritance to the boys, and they were ignorant to the perils of owning this life-threatening paraphilia. We then focus on the dynamics of the Shelburne twins, as the elder Bill will connive with bullies in school to pile misery on his own flesh and blood. Through a series of unfortunate events, the brothers felt they could sense the power the monkey possessed, and Hal was hoping to harvest the power to target people who had done him wrong. However, things do not go according to plan with this chaotic plaything. Like their father, the twins tried their very best to get rid of the cursed item, which seems unlikely to be destroyed by even nuclear weaponry. Fast forward to contemporary times, and the kids had grown up and had adult issues. Hal had a troubled life, been divorced, and his own kid estranged with him, something he tried to rectify before he lost the son forever. Little did he knew, his primate friend would return and looking to add salt to his wound. Yet, things seemed too coincidental and felt like someone was orchestrating in the background. While Longlegs was a slow-burnt psychological horror with police procedural to unravel the mystery of a serial killer, Osgood Perkins seems to have fun and levity for The Monkey. Taking the main plotline of Stephen King's story, he sculpted a more substantial world with a slate of side characters which had polarizing end results. Apparently there was only the character of Hal without his twin, yet Perkins wanted to divert the antagonistic energy to be of a human origin and not something mythical like a scary cursed toy which had no backstory, and to be frank, it was refreshing for Perkins to not cook up a whole lot of MacGuffins to create a backstory for the monkey. I'm slowly getting accustomed to Perkins' style of direction and storytelling, which was nothing novel, but subjectively, it was an intriguing ride, although I knew of critics for both Longlegs and this movie. For me personally, I had a strong sense of Perkins channeling his inner Tim Burton with some whimsical character traits and visuals, or even reference to a Jared Hess with his movies like Napoleon Dynamite, especially the 1990 side of the story. There was that strong final destination element, setting the death traps, giving the audience the full anticipation of a gruesome death or execution, which I had to give kudos to, with some of the kills I have not seen previously or new twist to a known quantity. And there was once again a strong whiff of that Stranger Things stank. I mean the unnecessary reverence, which after so many years since the inception of that series had worn out its welcome. Theo James, or bootleg James Franco, an actor I seen recently in HBO The White Lotus, played the adult version of the Shelburne twins. His performance was adequate at the very least, it just was not gripping enough. Then again, none of the cast really blew my mind with their performances. Well, not exactly. I do like Colin O'Brien as the younger version of the twins. He gave the two characters the depth and the tussles the brothers had, and their issue with the monkey, which the adult version of the twins failed to exploit sufficiently. Hal's teenage son Petey was supposed to hold a pretty important role based on King's story, and for a while, it felt like he was going to break the curse. Yet, the character dwindled to sheer non-importance, and I do not care for his insolence. A whole stream of characters were introduced, but the best part will always be how each and every one of them would perish. Actress Tatiana Maslany from Orphan Black and She-Hulk fame played the mother of the Shelburne twin. Her character gave me the strongest Burton feel, and she was important in the culmination of the relationship of the brothers and what transpired in the second half of the movie. Frodo himself, Elijah Wood, made a cameo which was a fun surprise. I certainly enjoyed the prologue and the solid first half of the movie, while in the second half, things got a bit all over the place. It was just thrilling to watch the myriad of grotesque art creation from Perkins, with the ending being a sort of poetic justice. It was rumoured that Stephen King enjoyed this adaptation, which I'm glad he had fun, and was not bitter as with some previous more successful adaptations like The Shining. I'm awarding The Monkey 7 out of 10. If you have enjoyed this review, please click the like button, but if you have some issues to dispute of on what I've highlighted, please feel free to leave a comment too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel while you are at it. Are you aware of the New Zealand horror scene? I gave a bit of insight with the double bill reviews of Sasha Rainbow's Grafted and James Ashcroft's The Rule of Jenny Penn. The latter is also a favourite of Stephen King. The moral of the story in this movie: your family is your worst enemy. Enough said.